said, it stole a part of me, that innocent part of me. I mean, it's cliche to say that innocent. I'm 16. I look at the life as a 16-year-old. It forced me to grow up a lot faster. I'm 16. I'm innocent. I play video games. And after some tragedy like that, it's now I'm 16. This could happen to me at any moment. I gotta protect my friends. I gotta protect myself. So yeah, you start buying weapons. You start, you know, trying to save money for anything, like anything that you feel a grown man to go through now. It's like now I gotta be older than what I actually am. I gotta be more. I thought I was watching over my man, but he died on my watch.
Buffalo police responded to the first block of Montclair Avenue around 7:30 tonight for a stabbing.
It's the ranking Buffalo doesn't want to brag about.
It now ranks as one of the most dangerous cities in the country.
Good evening. Unfortunately, it's been a violent start to the new year of 2017 in the city of Buffalo. Following developments on at least 4 shootings overnight and into Sunday morning, 3 of them deadly. Also waiting.
My name is Rob, and I met Oscar by the time I was about 7 or 8 years old. We was, we wasn't like best friends, but we was definitely real close because he lived right behind me, with projects and shit.
Buffalo Millz in the fucking bill. Nah, my name Buffalo Millz. My first time meeting him, I was 14. My first time we was at the basketball course, and I gave him a ride home. He was like, "Yo, son, where you live at?" I was like, "I just moved over here. I live on Ontario Street." And he was like, "Yo, you think you could give me a ride?" I'm like, "I got you, bro." He hopped on the front of my bike. I rode him on the handlebars, and from there we became best friends.
Probably met Junie when I was like 9 or 10 years old, playing football for Riverside, and then slowly but surely got introduced to everybody else, playing basketball and stuff. At the time, Boys and Girls Club, but I used to meet those boys in the cell projects when we were like 10, 11.
I was like real good in school with like sports and grades. Oscar the same way. Herb was, you know what I'm saying, he'd joke around more. Zack was the only white dude. But all of us was pretty like into sports though.
At a point of time, it had to be about 13 of us. Yeah, I'd say roughly about 13 of us. Typical day, everybody go to school, looking flea. We'd get out of school, we'd meet up probably either here at Oscar house or at Herb house or probably Zack house. You know, go to the Boys and Girls Club, play basketball. Typical day with me and Oscar, me and Popa. You know, rough housing, talking shit. You know, planning out our life, what we gonna do, what type of cars we gonna get. Typical best friend stuff.
Usually I get up with June first because he lived down the street from me. We'd get up on bikes and then we'd probably ride over to LaSalle, see what everybody was doing, or link up with everybody at somewhere and we'd take bike rides to different places. We used to call them adventures.
It'd be like coming up to the courts, playing, like, you know what I'm saying, playing all day, or going to McDonald's, only having like $2 or $3 each. Or just, we used to really just like ride around to far ass places.
The Boulevard Mall, we'd ride to like just different parts of the city. We'd ride to Delaware Park. We'd go to a spot called Shit Lake.
You know, Zack and Mix was always like the ladies' man. Popa, you know, he was a ladies' man.
Marshawn at that time, he was like the person that would beat people up. You know what I mean? If you needed somebody to get beat up, he was like the guy to send in for that.
And then, you know, Papa was the littlest one out of all of us. He wasn't the youngest, but he was definitely the smallest out of all of us. So.
Pop was like a little dude with heart. He wouldn't let anybody, like, you know what I mean, talk down to him or anything. He was a little athletic dude, but just basically a little scrappy kind of kid, you know what I mean?
So I don't know if that made me and him like click even more because I felt like a big brother being around him. I don't have a big brother, so being around him made me feel like I was his big brother. I don't know if he looked at me like that. It's not like I necessarily looked at him as my little brother, but I just felt that I'm gonna keep an eye on my man. Like, it's my man, 100. It's like my little bruh.
Around the time high school started, sophomore year, that's when like other group of kids will see us, since we so deep, automatically think that we a gang, or you know what I'm saying, or try somebody that's in the group, and then since that was our friend, we'll automatically like have his back.
There might be one person in the group who had a certain issue with something, or they got into it with somebody and they ended up having an altercation, and we just followed suit with it. You know what I mean? Not necessarily all of us looking for it, but just kind of happened.
You gotta pick your battles. You gotta know when this is okay. We gonna fight, and we not about to fight. It's all about picking your battles. So if you want to say back down, if you want to use that term, yeah, we back down from fights, but it was more of just picking our battles.
Definitely, we was the type of dudes that we wasn't never looking for trouble, and if it was trouble, we'd try to get out of it, but we wasn't punks at the same time, so we was just, you know what I'm saying, holding our ground down.
But it really all started probably when I was about 13 or 14.
I was 17 years old when Oscar got killed.
It's a regular day. We walked to the park. We knew we was gonna fight once we got to the park because we seen him. We fought.
I guess earlier that day, Reese had got off the bus and I believe fought Fro. This kid named Fro. And for whatever reason, the kid Fro went back to his friend and told him that we jumped him when I guess Reese had fought him.
It was all of us, like mostly all of us outside Parkview, which is right back here. It's not Parkview no more, it's a corner store. But we was getting like slices of pizza or whatnot, chilling.
When we went down there, dudes that came, like, there was probably like, there was a bunch of them. There was probably like a solid 15 of them, maybe even like 17. And there was probably like 8 or 9 of us.
They already knew they was coming to look for us, but we didn't know. So pretty much the fight started, and all I remember is
one dude like grabbed me by my shirt that I was fighting. He's like, yo, I got one of them right here. I got one of them right here. And those boys all started like jumping me on the way out. And then they all kept it moving down the street. Looked back in the parking lot, and Pop was laying on the ground. Just, lifeless type.
And then I just remember Oscar falling, and I remember her running up to him and lifting up his shirt, and that's when I saw got stabbed.
And then the boys took their shirts off and shit. And put him on, he was bleeding from under his shirt, on his chest. Fucking tried to stop the bleeding. The EMT got there, and I remember him doing like CPR on his chest, and he really like woke him up out of that shit. And he really, he was like, yo, tell him to get off my chest, man. Tell him to get off my chest. And I'm like, yo, chill out, man. Just lay down. He's got to help you, man. Chill. And then after that, I was like, that was the last time I seen him.
Took him to the hospital. You can only imagine the crazy ass feelings that was going through our minds and our bodies.
So I was keeping contact the whole night, like making sure he was okay, he was good. Like I went to bed, and when I woke up the next morning, that's when I found out that he passed away.
It was like a numb type of like, just can't believe it happened type feeling. You know what I mean? Can't even get a grip on what the hell just happened yesterday type shit.
That shit was just crazy. Like that's when I finally realized, like, damn, they talking about he gonna die.
I just started fucking crying, man. My initial reaction was just to cry. I know that was my first time experiencing something like that. Being 16, your best friend, you thinking we ain't about to die, we about to get old, and we gonna be reminiscing about when we was 16, and then you find out he died over a fight. something senseless. Nothing. This fight wasn't of any importance.
I'm the type of person that I always think like everything is gonna be alright. So I wasn't really shocked I wasn't shocked initially. Like when I heard that he passed away, I was just more like, or even when they were telling me he was in the hospital not doing good, I was like, nah, he'd be alright. Like it's just need a little bit of time to heal. And then once I found out he passed away, it didn't really hit me until I went to the hospital and saw everybody crying. That's when it finally hit me. You know what I'm saying?
If I could divide myself up into a couple hundreds, I'd say 150% of me wanted revenge. You don't just take somebody from. If you care about somebody, you love somebody. Once the blood is drawn, it's just straight rage.
See them in pain, have like, you know what I'm saying, going through it. That one of our best friends died. That shit just make me want to help. Like we gotta do whatever we gotta do. So like I definitely wanted revenge, but I won't say I wanted revenge as much as all my other friends. You know, just seeing them hurt made me want to do what we had to do.
Like I said, it turned us into better people. But to this day, that's hard. I think about them every day, so it's not like I don't got time to sit there and reminisce or think about, man, I should really go do this right now. I'm in this mood.
Like when we came to that situation, we didn't have weapons, you know what I mean? Like we really weren't the type of dudes we definitely didn't have guns at that time. We were young as hell. Like if anything, you might have had like homemade weapons like wrenches and shit with shoestrings tied into the little hole and shit.
I seen how his mom was affected by that tragedy. I seen how it affected my mom, and I wasn't even the person that died. So I can only imagine if I did die or I was in jail. That's basically dead too. I don't want nobody to feel that way over me, even if I feel it's justified through my actions based on how I personally feel. I won't want nobody to go through what I seen Miss Tammy go through or any other mom out there.
Mm-hmm. My main focus is really like hanging out with my friends more. All of my friends that was alive. See, with me, I think that I actually think if you lost a friend around when you this age, it's harder. Because when you young, like, you know, I don't know, for me, I don't know. Like, I was young as hell. I didn't kind of even know how, like, bad the situation was. But, like, if that shit happened now, I'm 29 years old, or even when I was locked up and all my friends start dying and shit, I was 23 years old, 24 when that shit started happening. So those is way tougher to deal with because the relationship grew years more, you know what I'm saying? Like, after Oscar died, we was still living for, like, 7 years, and then some more of my best friends started dying.
I don't know if I'd be able to handle it the same. Like, I'm more numb to death itself right now as a person. So I think that if it happened now, you know what I mean, I'd be even number.
You know, I spoke to my pops about it. Cause he lost his brother too at a young age. Being around my friends, if I didn't have my friends, man, I don't know where I'd be.
Sometimes if you don't got nobody in your life letting you know every day, nobody that care about you every day letting you know. Sometimes even if you do got somebody in your life and they telling you what's wrong and what's right, and you that young, you still think that you know, like, you think you know everything. You think you already a grown up, but your life didn't even really start yet. So I don't know. I just think it comes with being young, and sometimes before you actually do grow up, you gotta learn the hard way, like, about life.
It really did change me. It took a part away from me. I don't know if it made us a little crazy. I don't know if it made us more paranoid, but it definitely affected me personally in a way that I would have never imagined.
Nah, I don't think my friend dying helped me grow up faster. Nah, I definitely don't. I think it kind of like stunted, like, me becoming what I was supposed to be way earlier in my life.
Yeah.
So just going through that shit, I was kind of like shocked for mad long. sometimes like cry and shit and be mad as hell. Some people might not think that. I was in shock, man.
Best thing you could do is manage your time. That's what I would tell any 16-year-old, any 15-year-old, any youngin', 16-year-old me. Occupy your time. Manage your time. Don't just sit on your hands. Don't just be out here just to be out here. Cause this shit is real out here. Like being 15, 14, you hear that shit. It's real out here in these streets. You better stay on the porch. You hear that, and then you jump off the porch and you realize, yo, everything they said about this street shit is real life.
I think at the end of the day, at least in my life, the people that I've seen or been around, I don't think many people stay friends from the age of like 10 all the way to the age of like 30 or even close to that, you know what I mean? But this is my circle of brothers that are like, you know what I'm saying? Nobody's ever gonna take that from them. Those are the people that are closest to me besides my family. So, yeah, we definitely cherish it. That's why I think we still are friends, because of all the shit that we've been through.
R.I.P. Oscar, you feel me? You just see the shirt. You know, that was really my bro. It ain't just about material things, but I am him. He is me. You know? I appreciate the opportunity. Rest in peace, Oscar, man.